So we will do practical 3. In this practical 3, we have to write an assembly programming language. We have to write a program that multiplies two 1-byte hex numbers. So here we have to multiply the two hex numbers. Here in this case, we have to multiply the two hex numbers. These are the two hex numbers. 09 and 05 are the two hex numbers. In hexadecimal, one digit represents 4 bit. So 4 plus 4, 8 bits means 1 byte. So we have to multiply two 1-byte hex numbers. We have to multiply two 1-byte hex numbers. So this program is basically for multiplying the two 1-byte hex numbers. So we have to write a program that multiplies two 1-byte hex numbers stored in consecutive memory locations. That means continuous memory locations starting from 2030. So these two 1-byte hex numbers are stored from memory location 2030. So as you can see, from location 2030 at location 2030, 09 is stored. At location 2031, 05 is stored. So the two 1-byte hex numbers are stored from location 2030. Store the 2-byte result in consecutive memory locations starting from 2032H. So the result of these two numbers should be stored from location 2032, but the result should be 2-byte result. Store the 2-byte result in consecutive memory locations starting from 2032. So these two numbers are in hexadecimals. These two numbers are in hexadecimals. So when we compare the hexadecimal numbers, and the decimal numbers, when we go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B. So, and when we write it in decimals, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on. So when you will compare the hexadecimal number and decimal number, the values from 0 till 9 are same. Then in hexadecimal A, when we'll convert into decimal, it will be equal to 10. So till 9 hexadecimal numbers and decimal numbers are same. So here the value which is given 9 and 5, they are in hexa. When we'll convert it into decimal, they will again be 9 and 5. So what we have to do here, we have to multiply 09 and 05. Just assume that 09 is hexa and the 05 is also hexa. So now we will convert it into decimals. So 09 hexa will be converted into decimals. It will become 09. And 05, when we will convert it into decimals, we will get 05. Okay, now we are going to multiply these two decimal numbers, and what we will get? We will get the result in decimals, which is 45. Now the result which we got is in decimals. We will convert it into hexa. How we can convert it? We will divide 45 by 16. 45 will be divided by 16. 16 2s are 32. We will get 13. Then 2 divided by 16, which is 0s are 0. Decimal is 2. So we will go in reverse order. So what we will get? 2 and 13. When you will, this 2 will be 2 only, and this 13 will be, we will take the remainder in reverse order, and this 13 will be D. When you will convert this 13 into hexa, you will get D. See here, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 11, C is equal to 12, D is equal to 13. So the hexa for 13 decimal number is D. So the result which we'll get after multiplying the 9 hex number and a 5 hex number, we will get 2D. 2DH. But, and also we know that in hexadecimals each digit represents 4 bit. So this is 4 bit, this is 4 bit, total 8 bit. So 1 byte. But here what is given that the store the 2 byte result, the result should be of 2 byte. We might get the result in 2 bytes, but here the example which we have taken is giving is only 1 byte, but sometimes we can get 2 byte also. So if there is nothing, if this is 1 byte, if this is 1 byte, what we will do, we will add 00 before this. So it will become 2 byte result. So in question, what is mentioned here? Store the 2 byte result in consecutive memory locations. That means continuous memory locations starting from 2032 beginning with lower order byte. So this is 2D is lower order byte and 00 is higher order byte. So the result should be stored from location 2032 beginning with lower order byte. So at location 2032, the lower order byte should be stored. The lower order byte should be stored, which is 2D. So at location 2032, 2D will be stored, and at location 2033, higher order byte will be stored, which is 00, 00. So I hope the question is clear to you. Write a program that multiplies two 1-byte hex numbers stored in consecutive memory locations starting from 2030H. Store the 2-byte result in consecutive memory locations starting from 2032 beginning with lower order byte. Now let's see how the program is written. We had discussed XRA A instruction, RA A instruction, exclusive OR. In logical instructions group, we had learned XRA A instruction. XRA A instruction is used to XOR the contents of accumulator with accumulator itself. So when we will check here, when we check the contents of register before execution, when nothing is being entered in the processor, that time when you check the contents of register, then what you get is CC. What is there? CC. So in the start of the program, in accumulator there is CC. In accumulator there is CC. We'll convert this into binary. C means 12. So we'll represent it using 8 plus 4, 12, 00, 8 plus 4, 12, 00. Now it means XOR contents of A with the contents of A itself. So A will be XORed with A. So contents of accumulator will be XORed with contents of accumulator itself. In XOR, when two values are same, then we get 0. When two inputs are same, 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 we get 0. When two inputs are different, then we get 1 in exclusive OR. So mostly XRA instruction is used to make the contents of accumulator 0. To make the contents of accumulator 0, we use XRA instruction. The next instruction is move B, A. That means contents of A will be copied into B. So A is how much? A is 0, 0. So contents of B again will be 0, 0 because contents of A is being copied into B register. Next instruction is LXI H comma 2030. So this means load 2030 in HL register pair. So HL will be equal to 2030. 30 is stored in L and 20 is stored in H. HL is used to point to the contents of a memory location. So this HL is pointing to the contents of memory location 2030. So what is there at location 2030? So at location 2030, what is there? 09. So HL is used to point to the contents of a memory location. So this 2030 HL is used to point to the contents of the memory location. So here HL is used to point to the contents of memory location 2030. What is there at 2030? 09. So M is equal to 09H. Next instruction is move C, M. That means contents of M will be copied into C register. What is there in M? 09. So C will be 09. Then next instruction is INX H. This instruction is used to increment the contents of HL register pair by 1. So what is there in HL? In HL 2030 is there. It will be incremented by 1. So it will become 2031. Then M value will also change. What is there at location 2031? At 2031 there is 05. So M is 05. Next instruction is add M. This means A is equal to A plus M. What is there in A? There is 00. What is there in M? 05. So after performing add instruction, what will be there in accumulator? There will be 05. Okay, after this there is JNC instruction. So what it is saying is jump on not carry. When we perform addition. When we will add 0 0 plus 0 5, when we will add 0 0 plus 0 5, you convert this into binary, what you will get? 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, and you convert this 5 into binary, what you will get? 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1. Now we will add it. 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. So is there any carry after performing the addition? No. So the condition is jump on not carry. Jump on not carry. When carry is not there, then jump to location 200C. Is there any carry? There is no carry. So the condition is jump on not carry. So condition satisfied because there is no carry. So jump on not carry. So jump on not carry, when carry is not there, jump to location 200C. So when you will check here at location 200C, what is there? We were here. JNC, jump on not carry. When carry is not present, jump to location 200C. So from here it will jump to location 200C. So it will jump to location 200C. What is there at 200C? DCRC. That means decrement C. What is there in C? There was 09. There was 09. So DCRC is decrement C. So C will become 08. In C 09 was there. When it will decrement it, we will get 08. Next instruction which you will see is JNZ. JNZ 2007. So this is jump on not 0. After decrementing C, did we get 0? No. So that is jump on not 0. The condition satisfied. There is no 0. So jump on not 0. Condition satisfied. To it, so it will jump to location 2007. So when you will check here, you will just check where it is at location 2007. So from jump JNZ, it will jump to location 2007. What is there? Add M. There is an instruction add M. This instruction. So 2007 add M instruction. So actually basically what is happening, what is the logic of the program here? Here what we are going to do, we have 09 and 05. This program is basically what it is doing, we have to multiply these two numbers and store the result at location 2032. So how we can do the multiplication? We can say that 5 will be added 9 times. That is what this program is doing. It is adding 5 9 times. It is going to add 5 9 times. That's why you can see there is add instruction. Add instruction is helping to add 5 9 times. To perform the multiplication, 5 into 9, 5 will be added 9 times. So that's why there is an add instruction. So as you can see, To perform add instruction, accumulator should be used. To perform add instruction, accumulator should be used. And when if you want to add 5 9 times, the first 05 should be added with 00. That's why to perform add m instruction, what it means, a is equal to a plus m. So that means 00 plus 05. So first, to add the first 5, it should first be added with 00. That's why we have made the contents of accumulator as 0. This is the reason why we have used XRA instruction here to make the contents of accumulator 0. To make the contents of accumulator 0, we have used XRA instruction. Got it? Why we have made contents of accumulator 0? This is, I hope now this is clear to you. And the result will be stored in accumulator itself. This addition, this add-m instruction should be performed how many times? 9 times. It should be performed 9 times. So to perform it 9 times, loops should be used. Loops should be used. Loops can be used by using jump instructions, or you can say conditional jump. Here J and Z is used to run the loop. J and Z is used to run the loop so that 5 could be added 9 times. Okay, this J and Z instruction is used to add 5 9 times. Now we'll come to this later. Okay, why we have made B registered 00. We'll come to this later. Here we have done something. See, we have loaded the contents of HL with 2030. So if I want to add 5, if I want to add this 5 9 times, if I want to add this 5 9 times, there should be some register which will hold 09. So here C register is holding 09 so that the loop can run 9 times. That's why here the contents we have used Alexa H, 2030 so that at location 2030 what is there? 09. 5 should be added 9 times. So that's why we have used Alexa H 2030 so that HL will point to location 2030 and M will be 09. M will be 09. HL will point to location 2030, so M will be 09. And next instruction which we have performed is move C, M. So contents of M is copied into C register which is 09. So C register is going to help us to run the loop 9 times. The loop will help us to add 5 9 times. So we have used A register. The reason of using A register we now know, and the reason of using C register now we know. And the reason of using HL register pair also we know. Now INX-H. Now HL is incremented by 1 and HL 2030 was there. When we will increment it, HL will become 2031 and M will be equal to 05. What is there at location 2031? 05. So M will be 05. Because this 05 we have to add 9 times, then we have performed add m instruction, which means a is equal to a plus m. A is what? 00. A is 00 and m is 05. And the result will be stored in accumulator itself. Okay. So this first addition is done. What we will get is 05 after adding 0 0 plus 0 5, we will get 0 5, and then this 0 5 should be added with this 0 5 because we have to add 5 9 times. So this instruction is related to this, somewhat related to this, so we will come to this later. We'll come to this later. Now this instruction is jump on not carry. This I have told you, jump on not carry. When we will add this 0 0 plus 0 5, when we will add it, was there any carry? No. Jump on not carry. There was no carry. The condition satisfied. Jump on not carry. So jump on not carry. The carry, if carry is not there, then jump to location 200C, which is here. In between, there is one instruction. It will not execute that instruction. It will directly jump to location 200C. As you can see here, jump on not carry, jump to location 200C, condition satisfied, so it will ignore this and it will jump to location 200C. So what happened here is, contents, we have successfully added 0 0 to 0 5. This is what we wanted. We are successfully done adding 0 5 once. So once we are done, that means first addition is done, then C should be decremented, then that's why there is DCRC, because we are done with 105. So C is decremented to 0.8. Is it equal to 0? When we decremented C, did it become 0? No, it didn't. So jump on not 0. If there is no 0, then jump to location 2007, which is satisfied. Jump on not 0. There is no 0. So it will jump to location 2007, which is here. Because we have to add 05 second time. That's why we have jumped from here to here. Again, add M instruction, A is equal to A plus M. What is there in accumulator now? In accumulator now we have 05. After performing 00 plus 05, in accumulator 05 is there. So A is equal to A plus M. So A is equal to 05 plus what is there in M? In M still there is 05. Still there is 05. So 05 plus 05 will give us 0A. How 0A? 05 plus 05. When you will convert it into binary, what you will get? We will add 05 and 05. We'll add it. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. So this is 0, this 4 bits will give us 0, and 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 in hexadecimal is what? A. So 0A. That's why the answer which we will get is 0A. Then again, jump on not carry. Was there any carry here when we performed the addition? There wasn't any carry. Jump on not carry. Condition satisfied. There is no carry. So it will jump to location 200C. So it will jump here 200C. We are done with second addition of second 05. So C will be decremented and C will become 07. Is it equal to 0? No. Jump on not 0. Condition satisfied. Again it will be jumping back to location 2007. Again it will perform add M. Add M will give us A is equal to A plus M. A is how much? A is 0A. A is 0A. So A is 0A. and m is still 0, 5. So 0a plus 0, 5, how much it is going to give? 0a plus 0, 5. When you will convert this into binary, what you will get? And we will convert the 0, 5 into binary. We will add it. 0 plus 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. What will get? 0, F. When you will convert it into hexa, 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 2 is 14, 14 plus 15. So 15, when you will convert into hexa, you will get F. It is 0F. So in accumulators, what will be there? 0F. There will be 0F. The condition is jump on not carry. Was there any carry? Was there any carry? No. So jump on not carry. Condition satisfied. So it will jump to location 200C. Again decrement C. We are done with the third addition of 05. So it will become 6. Jump on not 0. Now C is it equal to 0? No. So jump on not 0. Condition satisfied. Again it will jump back to 2007. What is there in A? I mean now 2007. At location 2007 there is add M, which means A is equal to A plus M. What is there in A? There is 0F. So 0F, here it should be 0F plus 0.5 because M is still 0.5. So 0F plus 0.5. When you will add 0F plus 0.5, you convert this into binary, what you will get? We will add it. Was there any carry? No. Now we'll convert it into hexa. There is no carry. So here we'll get 14. In accumulator 14 will be there. 14. Again jump on not carry. Condition satisfied. There was no carry. It will jump here to 200C. The example which we have taken is 5 into 9. The example which we have taken is 5 into 9 is not going to give us carry anywhere. So the example here which we have taken is not going to give us carry anywhere. It will keep on adding and it will keep on jumping to location 200C. So how many times have we added 05? 5 times. We are done adding 5 times. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Actually, we are done with adding 4 times. We are remaining with 5 times. Now, when we will add again, the same thing will happen. 14 plus 05. We'll convert these two numbers into binary. We'll add them. Again in 19 we will add 0.5. What we will get? 1, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 2, 14. When you convert 14 into hexa, we will get E. Now we will add 1E plus 0.5. What you will get? We'll add them. Okay. So how many times have we added 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 43 plus 0.5. It should be 23 actually. This is 23. So we will add them. Convert it into hexa. This is the 7th time we have added 0.5. Now we will add 0.5 to 28. So what we got? 2, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 1 is 13, which is 2D. This is the 8th time we have added 0.5. 1, actually this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have added 5 9 times. So what we got is 2D, which is the expected answer. So we got 1 byte answer. What about this 0 0? What about this 0 0? From where will this 0 0 come? the instructions which we were performing, add M, JNC, then DCRC, JNZ, it will again jump back here. So it will add 9 times. I will get the result. The result will be stored in accumulator itself. After adding 9 times in accumulator, there will be 2D. What about the 00? What about the higher order byte? Here, this is lower order byte, this is lower order byte. What about higher order byte? Higher order byte should be added at location 2033 because in question it is mentioned that here store the 2-byte result in consecutive memory location starting from location 2032. So 2D will be stored here. What about the higher order byte? It should be stored here in 00 because the result should be in 2 bytes. So that can be achieved by using this instruction, move B, A. See, in between there is B. That's why we have used the B register. Initially, the B register will be here. When we don't execute any program, by default, what is there in B register? There is FF. So we'll have to make the B register 00. That's why we have used this move B, A. After making contents of A is equal to 00, we'll copy the contents of A into B, which will make B is equal to 00. So if I will take an example, if I will take some example which will give me carry here. Here we were the condition was getting satisfied. Jump on not carry. When there was no carry, jump on not carry. Every time there was no carry and we were jumping to location 200C. What if there is carry? What if there is carry and condition is not satisfied? If condition is not satisfied, then it will not jump to location 200C. Whatever instruction is soon after JNC will be executed. So soon after JNC, which instruction is there? Soon after JNC, there is INRB. There is INRB. Here there is INRB. That means increment B. B initially is 00. When there is carry, it will increment B and B will become 01. If there is carry, the example which we have taken will not give us any carry. But in case if anything is going to give us carry, the B register will get incremented. This B register will get the higher order byte. Since this example is not going to give us any carry, then the contents of B still be 00. Contents of B won't change because there is no carry when we are executing this program. So that's why this B register is used. In B register, the higher order byte is stored in, and lower order byte is stored in accumulator. So I hope this is clear to you. So for today, we will stop here.